Evening, gents. Hope you're all doing well. Now, just quickly, before we crack on in, if you're watching this live, comment live. If you're watching this as a replay, comment replay down in the comment section below. Now, this is for you if you're going to have to deal with dickheads over Christmas. It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be anyone. If you just have to deal with dickheads over Christmas and you're not looking forwards to it, try these two really simple tips that I'm going to give you right now. It's going to make your life immensely easier. Now, by the way, you've probably tried a heap of stuff, and I get that, right? You've probably tried just letting it go, just going with the flow. You've probably tried avoiding them. You've probably tried limiting alcohol or drinking shitloads of alcohol so that you can actually cope with them. And none of it works, right? Because these fucking people, they still manage to get underneath your skin. Don't worry, it's totally normal, okay? Here is what you need to do. Step number one. The most important thing that we can do is reduce our response to somebody else's bullshit. If someone's a dickhead and they're a bit of a fuckwit and they annoy us, when we react backwards, we increase the way that they're reacting. The reason being is because whenever someone is aggressive to you, so if you're pissed off with someone, how they're going to be feeling is they're going to say, hey, this person doesn't like me, they hate me, they're not comfortable with me. It triggers this little area in our brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is like the stress response. And how do we behave when we're stressed? We're more of a fuckwit. That's what happens. And so by you reacting to them, you're triggering their amygdala, and they're going to be even fucking worse than what they were before. So the very first thing that we need to do is we need to always make sure that we calm and we measure our response. We do that at all costs. That is the aim of this game. Focus on the outcome. Focus on making it so that we don't allow them to get worse. You're not going to be able to change their behavior. The only thing that you can change and control is yours, okay? So here are a couple of really easy ways in which we can not trigger their amygdala. Step number one, look to prime your nervous system. What I mean by this is make sure that you're constantly staying in a state of rest and digest. Have you ever met someone so relaxed that nothing ever bothers them? They're so relaxed, so chilled. It's as if they're stoned all the time. Maybe they are stoned all the time. But you can't hate that person. You can't feel threatened by that person. You don't get anxious around that person. That is who we want to become. Super relaxed, cool, calm, and level-headed. And the way that we do that is through optimizing our nervous system. The way that we optimize our nervous system is by shifting out of a state of fight or flight into a rest and digest state. Okay? We don't want to be amped up. We don't want to be angry. We don't want to be thinking about all that stuff. We want to be super cool and calm and collected. So here's what you can do for that. We can do really easy, short breaths. Not really short breaths, long breaths. What I want you to do is try this. Breathe in through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold it for 5 seconds. Breathe out through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold it for 5 seconds. You ready? Hold. Out. Hold. And repeat over and over. Now you'll probably notice that when you've done that, all of a sudden you just get way more chill. And so when you're around this person who is a dickhead, just do that breath over and over again. And you'll end up being super relaxed, super calm, and they won't have any reason to incite anything towards you. They'll have less of a reason. And more to the point, you won't react because you're just here getting high off your own breath, which is fucking great, okay? Step number two, keep your eyes on the prize. What is actually the goal? When you're at a Christmas event, when you're having family around, what is the point of this? Why are you doing this? It's probably to see some people that you love, that you care about, or because you just have to fucking be there and you just have to do it, right? So what can we do to make sure that it's not any worse than what it has to be? Is we just focus on the goal. When we're there with our family, with our friends, focus only on spending time with the people that we actually care about. Fuck the rest of them, right? If you don't like them, don't talk to them. Simple as that. Avoid them. Actively avoid them, right? Don't be cold. Don't be aggressive. Don't be passive aggressive. Don't be anything like that. But just don't give them anything. Be super calm, super chill, super relaxed, and make sure that we know what the goal is. The goal is to have a really easy Christmas. The goal is to be relaxed, to be calm, to have fun, and to focus on spending time with people who we actually love. So when we keep that in mind, we only do things which are going to get us there. For example, if you know that when you drink, you're a bit of a dickhead and you say stuff that you probably shouldn't have, don't drink, because it's only going to ruin your Christmas. If you know that there's someone who always gets underneath your skin when they say shit which just barbs you, they've got like a nickname for you, which always just gets at you a little bit, just don't relax, ignore, don't react, ignore them, relax and go on and focus on somebody else. Remember what your goal is. So just in summary, the two things to remember: number one, optimize your nervous system through breath so that you do not react. Number two, make sure that you know what the goal is, what is the purpose of this event, why do you have to deal with these fuckwits, and how can you make it so that you get to your goal of spending more time with more quality people. On that note, guys, I'll leave you all to it. Have an incredible evening. I'll speak to you soon.